Is Toyota really about to flood the market with allocations so that you finally have access to them? Let's go. So last night and today I started getting all these DMs and emails about Toyota and is it going to be a good time to buy Toyota because people heard that they were flooding the market with them. So I had to do a little digging. So first I called the owner of the Toyota dealership that I worked for to see if she could give me some insight. And a little nugget of knowledge, I used to work for JM&A. You know what JM&A owns? Southeast Toyota. So let me explain to you how production works for Toyota. Toyota is not just Toyota USA. Toyota is actually got 3 different production lines. So you have Toyota USA, who handles most of the country. Then you have Gulf State Toyota, which handles the Gulf states. And then you have Southeast Toyota, which handles the 5 southern states, which is Georgia, Alabama, Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina. That is who I worked for. So they do all of the allocating to the vehicles in those 5 states. And here's another thing that most people don't know. Southeast Toyota and Gulf State Toyota were in business before Toyota USA, so they do not have to follow the guidelines that Toyota all over the country does. That is how allocation works. So to blanket statement say that Toyota is going to flood the market all over the country is in fact not true. So if you live in the 5 states that I named, the dealers don't get their cars from Toyota USA. They get them from Southeast Toyota. So confirmation was, no, they're not upping production. The allocation is not the way it sounds. Like they didn't just decide to build all these extra cars and now they're just going to throw them out into the market. Allocation is based on how much inventory your dealership sells. It's not they have 1,000 cars and they evenly distribute them to the dealers in the area. They decide who gets them. And it is based on volume. It is based on how much the dealership sells. So if it's a small dealership, they aren't getting any extra cars. The bigger dealerships are, but they're not going to lower pricing and they're still going to put their mandatory add-ons on. So you're not really saving anything. But to answer the question, no, that's not happening. And that's not to say you're not going to see a little bit of extra inventory in the dealerships, because if the tariffs do go into effect, they're going to try to push those cars in before that happens. So you're going to see a little bit extra, but it's not going to be the cars that you want. There's not going to be this mass influx of Grand Highlander hybrids that everybody wants, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of them being able to sell it to you at an outrageous price. They would have to drop the price if there was a lot of them. So they're not going to do that to themselves. But I hope this information helps. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure you share this video, like it, and follow for more.